Have you ever looked down at your legs and wondered why they feel weaker? Even though you've done everything right, you eat your meals, you walk, you stay active. But still, the strength seems to slip away slowly, quietly, like sand, through your fingers. Well, here's the truth that most doctors won't tell you. There's one simple thing many seniors do each morning that silently destroys leg muscle, and they don't even realize it. But today, you'll discover not just the cause, but a powerful science-backed morning habit to stop it dead in its tracks. Because your legs are your foundation. Lose them, and you risk losing your independence. But strengthen them, and you regain your freedom, your energy, and your life. So let's uncover the hidden morning mistake and the new habit that could change everything. Muscle meltdown. Skipping morning protein. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 68, lives in Vancouver, and starts every day with a light breakfast, usually toast, jam, and tea. Harmless, right? She thought so too. Until she started struggling to get out of chairs, noticed her legs shaking during simple walks, and finally got diagnosed with early sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. Her diet seemed clean, but one crucial ingredient was missing every morning: protein. Here's why that matters, especially for people over 40. Your body enters a muscle breakdown state overnight. It's called the fasted catabolic state. If you don't refuel with quality protein in the morning, your body continues breaking down muscle tissue, especially in your legs, hips, and core. Studies from the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging show that adults over 60 need 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal just to maintain muscle. Yet, most seniors eat less than half that in the morning. Protein isn't just for bodybuilders. It's medicine for your muscles. Eggs, Greek yogurt, protein smoothies, cottage cheese, these aren't luxuries, they're lifelines. Because when you feed your muscles first thing in the morning, you switch your body into repair mode, protecting your legs from the slow decay that sneaks in with age. Linda didn't need a miracle. She just needed protein by 9 a.m. And within 3 months, her legs felt firmer, her steps steadier, and her life stronger. Be honest. Do you skip protein in the morning? What's your go-to breakfast? Drop it in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. If you care about saving your strength before it's too late, hit subscribe. This channel's your daily dose of senior power. The inflammation spike. Morning sugary cereals. Let me introduce you to Charles, a 71-year-old retired engineer from Sydney. For years, his mornings began with a bowl of heart-healthy cereal, a splash of milk, and a banana. It felt light, easy, and responsible. But behind that cheerful crunch was a deeper problem. Over time, Charles began experiencing constant leg stiffness. His knees ached when he stood, and his calves felt like bricks by mid-afternoon. After a few tests, his doctor gave him the hard truth. Chronic inflammation was slowly attacking his muscles and joints. And the biggest trigger? His breakfast cereal. Here's the science behind it. Most boxed cereals, even the ones labeled whole grain or fit, are loaded with refined carbohydrates and hidden sugars. These cause blood sugar spikes that trigger your body to release inflammatory cytokines, chemicals that damage your tissues, your arteries, and yes, your muscles. According to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, chronic low-grade inflammation accelerates muscle wasting, especially in the legs, where circulation is already slower in aging adults. But here's the good news. When Charles swapped his cereal for steel-cut oats, topped with chia seeds, almonds, and a few berries, his inflammation markers dropped, and his legs, more flexible, less swollen, more alive. Because when you calm inflammation, you awaken strength. Have you checked the sugar content in your breakfast lately? What cereal do you usually eat, if any? Let's get honest in the comments, and let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're ready to fight inflammation and reclaim control, subscribe now. We've got work to do, and it starts with breakfast. The silent stiffener. Skipping morning movement. Meet Susan, a 66-year-old grandmother from Manchester. Her mornings used to be slow and peaceful. She'd wake up, sit with her tea, scroll through her messages, and then ease into the day around noon. It seemed harmless. After all, rest is good, right? But then she began noticing a scary pattern. Her legs felt stuck. Getting out of bed was harder, her knees locked, her calves cramped, and walking downstairs, like carrying weights on her ankles, she wasn't just aging, she was stiffening. Here's what was really happening. When you wake up and stay still, your fascia, the soft tissue surrounding your muscles, tightens. Your joints dry out. Your circulation remains sluggish. And worst of all, your muscle fibers start turning off. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that just 2 hours of morning inactivity in older adults can reduce muscle activation and slow neuromuscular coordination for the rest of the day. In simple terms, if you don't move in the morning, your legs operate at 70% for the rest of the day, no matter how active you are later. But when Susan started doing just 5 minutes of gentle stretching, followed by 10 minutes of walking or climbing stairs, her body transformed. The stiffness vanished. Her legs responded faster. She felt younger, not because of medication, but because of motion. Morning movement didn't exhaust her, it ignited her. So tell me this, what's the first thing you do when you get out of bed? Be real, and let's help each other out in the comments below. And let me know your country too. I'd love to see where our strongest seniors are watching from. And hey, if you want to wake up your body and your future, subscribe now. This channel's your daily senior wake-up call. Hydration deficit. Waking up and forgetting water. Let's talk about Robert, a 73-year-old former marathon runner from Austin, Texas. Even after retirement, he stayed active, walking, gardening, and doing light workouts. But strangely, he started waking up with cramps in his thighs, stiffness in his hamstrings, and a nagging fatigue that followed him all morning. He assumed it was just part of aging. Until one day, a physical therapist asked him a simple question. Do you drink water first thing in the morning? His answer? No, I wait until after breakfast. That single habit was silently draining his leg strength. Here's what the science says. Overnight, your body becomes mildly dehydrated. That dehydration thickens your blood, reduces oxygen, delivery to your muscles, and tightens your joints. The result? Muscle weakness, poor balance, and increased risk of leg cramps. A 2020 study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that seniors with low morning hydration show significantly lower performance in leg strength and walking tests, even if they drink later in the day. When Robert started drinking a glass of water with electrolytes immediately upon waking, his body changed. The cramps stopped. His steps felt lighter. He recovered faster from walks. It wasn't magic. It was biological optimization. Your muscles are 75% water. Forgetting to hydrate in the morning is like trying to drive without oil in your engine. So, be honest. Do you drink water first thing in the morning, or do you wait until later? Drop your answer below, and tell us what city you're watching from. Let's stay hydrated together, and if you want to refill your energy and protect your legs, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started. The cortisol trap. Drinking coffee before food. Now let me tell you about Diane, a 70-year-old artist from Melbourne. Every morning, like clockwork, she'd brew a strong cup of black coffee and sip it while reading the newspaper. It was her ritual, her peace. But over time, she began to notice strange things: shaky legs, mood crashes by mid-morning, and sudden bursts of anxiety without explanation. She chalked it up to stress. until a routine visit to her geriatric doctor revealed something surprising. Her cortisol levels, your body's natural stress hormone, were through the roof. And the real culprit: drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Here's why it matters. In the first hour after waking, your cortisol is already at its peak. That's your body's natural wake-up hormone. But when you add caffeine on top, especially with no food, you trigger a double spike, sending your nervous system into overdrive. That leads to muscle tension, inflammation, and a drop in blood sugar, all of which make your legs feel weak, jittery, or unstable. Research from the Journal of Endocrinology and Metabolism shows that seniors who consume caffeine without food show reduced glucose uptake in muscles, which starves your legs of the fuel they need to stay strong and coordinated. But when Diane changed the order, eating a protein-rich breakfast before her coffee, her body stabilized. The shakes stopped, her energy evened out, and her legs felt grounded again. Because coffee is not the enemy. Timing is. What about you? Do you drink coffee before eating or after breakfast? Share your morning order below, and let me know your country too. I want to hear from seniors all around the world. And if you're serious about mastering your mornings and building unstoppable strength, hit subscribe. This channel is your science-backed shield against age. The sitting syndrome, staying seated for the first hour. Let's talk about Harold, a 75-year-old jazz musician from New Orleans. His mornings were peaceful but passive. He'd wake up, sit at the kitchen table, read the news, then move to the couch to ease into the day. An hour later, he'd start his daily routine. But something felt off. His knees were stiff, his hips ached, and his legs took longer and longer to wake up. He didn't realize that this one habit, sitting for the first hour after waking, was training his muscles to weaken. Here's what's happening inside the body. After 7 to 9 hours of lying still, the circulatory and lymphatic systems need movement to re-engage. Sitting immediately after waking compounds the problem, leading to stagnant blood flow, reduced joint lubrication, and delayed neuromuscular activation. A study from the Gerontology and Geriatric Medicine Journal found that seniors who remained seated for the first 60-90 minutes of their day had significantly lower leg muscle responsiveness throughout the afternoon. It's like trying to rev a cold engine. Nothing works properly, and wear and tear speeds up. Harold didn't need to start jogging. He just began his day with light pacing around the house, some ankle rolls, a few squats holding the kitchen, counter, and gentle hip swings. That 5-minute circuit, done within 15 minutes of waking, was enough to rewire his circulation and restore his rhythm, because the body responds to signals. And morning stillness sends the wrong one. How long? Do you usually stay seated after waking up? Are you moving within 15 minutes or stuck in the chair? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to include your country. We're building a global senior strength family. The invisible culprit: not getting morning sunlight. Let's talk about Maria, a 69-year-old retired school teacher from Toronto. She kept her windows closed most mornings, choosing soft lighting and cozy corners to ease into her day. She rarely stepped outside before 10 a.m., and over time, she started feeling heavier, not just emotionally, but physically. Her legs felt like weights, her balance wavered, and her motivation to walk dropped. She thought it was just part of getting older, but it wasn't. She was missing one vital, invisible nutrient: morning sunlight. Here's the truth. Sunlight is not just about vitamin D. It's about resetting your entire circadian system, your body's internal clock. Morning sun tells your brain it's time to energize, move, and activate muscle performance pathways. A 2021 study from Frontiers in Endocrinology showed that exposure to natural morning light improves neuromuscular coordination and leg strength in adults over 60, while also enhancing mood and metabolism. Without it, your body drifts into passive mode. You burn less fat, you build less muscle, and your legs begin to lose their spark, quietly. When Maria began sitting outside for just 10-15 minutes each morning, no sunglasses, just gentle light on her face and arms, her energy returned. Her mood lifted. Her steps felt more confident. That's not magic. That's biology aligned with nature. So, tell me, do you get any direct morning sunlight, or do you keep the curtains shut? Be honest and let us know below. And I'd love to hear which country you're watching from. If you want more strength, more energy, and more life, subscribe now. This channel gives you what the doctors don't have time to say. The blood sugar crash, starting with only fruit. Let's look at Peter, a 72-year-old former banker living in London. He wanted to eat healthy, so he switched from English breakfasts to something lighter, just a bowl of fruit. Bananas, apples, melon, whatever was ripe. It felt clean and refreshing, but then came the dizziness, the weak knees, the afternoon energy crashes, and soon he couldn't even manage a long walk without sitting down to catch his breath. The issue? He was unknowingly riding a blood sugar roller coaster, and his legs were paying the price. Here's what happens. Fruit is healthy, but alone, it's incomplete. It's high in natural sugar, which spikes your glucose levels quickly. But without fat, fiber, or protein to slow it down, you crash hard, and those crashes hit the largest muscles first, your legs. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that seniors who eat carbohydrate-only breakfasts experience a 40% drop in muscular endurance by mid-morning, compared to those who pair fruit with protein or fat. Peter made a small but powerful change. Instead of just fruit, he added a handful of walnuts and a slice of high-protein toast with nut butter. Instantly, the dizziness disappeared. His legs felt stable. His walks became longer. Because food is fuel. But the wrong. Fuel burns too fast. Do you ever eat just fruit in the morning? Or do you pair it with protein or healthy fats? Let's talk in the comments, and let me know what country you're watching from. If you want to power your legs and protect your mornings, subscribe now. These small changes can save you from big problems. The magnesium mistake, ignoring this muscle mineral. Let's talk about Edith, a 74-year-old librarian from New Jersey. Every morning, she'd take her multivitamin, make her tea, and go about her day. She was doing everything right. But something kept creeping in. Leg cramps at dawn, muscle twitches, restless legs in the evening, and an odd heaviness that slowed her walks. She thought it was just her age catching up, until a blood test showed something surprising: low magnesium levels. Magnesium is often called the forgotten electrolyte, yet it controls over 300 bodily processes, including muscle contraction, nerve firing, and blood flow to the legs. Without enough of it, your muscles misfire, your coordination slips, and your ability to recover after walking, climbing stairs, or standing too long starts to fade. According to research from the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, over 60% of seniors are magnesium deficient, especially women, and that deficiency leads directly to sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, particularly in the legs and hips. So, what changed for Edith? She started her morning with a magnesium-rich smoothie: spinach, banana, Greek yogurt, almond butter, and a pinch of cacao powder. Within weeks, her legs stopped cramping. Her energy returned. And for the first time in years, her stairs didn't feel like mountains. Because sometimes it's not strength you're lacking, it's support. Have you ever checked your magnesium levels? Or eaten foods rich in it first thing in the morning? Share your answer below. And don't forget to tell us your city or country. Let's see where our strongest viewers live. 10. The balance breaker, ignoring your ankles first thing. Now meet Glenn, a 78-year-old woodworker from Vancouver. He was strong, proud, and independent. But one morning, he tripped while stepping off a small curb. No major injury, but it shook him. He started feeling unsure on his feet. His legs felt fine, but his steps were off. A physical therapist gave him a strange insight. Your ankles are the gateway to leg strength, and yours are asleep. You see, we focus so much on thighs and calves, but forget the small stabilizers, the ankle flexors and extensors, that control every single step, turn, and shift of body weight. Especially in the morning, after hours of lying still, your ankle mobility drops. Your proprioception, the body's ability to sense movement, weakens. A study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy showed that ankle strength is a top predictor of fall risk, balance issues, and leg fatigue in adults over 65. Without waking them up, even strong legs become dangerous legs. What worked for Glenn? He added ankle circles, toe raises, heel lifts, and gentle foot pumps to his morning routine, before even standing up. From his bed or chair, 3-5 minutes each morning. That one change reawakened his control. His steps felt sharp again, and, more importantly, his confidence returned. Because your strength doesn't start at your knees, it starts at your feet. So tell me, have you ever done ankle exercises in the morning? Or do you usually skip them? Let's trade tips in the comments. And make sure you tell us where in the world you're watching from. And if you're serious about staying balanced, strong, and unshakable, hit subscribe. This channel is your foundation for Fearless Aging. Eats recap what we covered today. 10 subtle but powerful morning habits that affect your leg strength more than you might think. The protein void. Skipping protein in the morning weakens muscle repair. Sugary cereals. The sweet sabotage that spikes and crashes your strength. Cold morning showers. Shocking your circulation when it's most vulnerable. Hydration deficit. Forgetting water first thing and starving your muscles. Cortisol trap. Drinking coffee before food and crashing your stability. Sitting syndrome. Staying seated for the first hour and freezing your joints. Sunlight deficiency. Ignoring morning sun and slowing neuromuscular energy. Fruit only breakfasts. Spiking sugar without balance, draining your legs. Low magnesium intake. Missing the mineral that muscles silently depend on. Neglecting ankle activation, forgetting the joints that control every step. These may seem small, but over time, they either build your strength or steal it from you. Final thought. Your legs are not just limbs. They are freedom. They take you to your memories, your family, your independence, but they need your care. Every habit you build in the morning becomes protection for the rest of your life. So, like this video if it helped you. Subscribe if you want to defend your strength, your balance, and your independence. One smart choice at a time. Now tell me, which of these 10 habits shocked you the most? Do you recognize one in your routine? Or have you already fixed a few of them? Comment below. I read every message. And together, we're building a global tribe of strong, wise seniors.